Well, good morning all. It's the 21st of June today, so that's summer solstice, longest day of the year. Nights will be drawing in soon. But we're right in the middle of this heat wave at the moment. You know, temperatures are set to get above 30 degrees today. So what I've decided to do today is come down to the Tench pond really early. I got up at 3:30 this morning so I could be here for first light, which daybreak was about 10 minutes ago. Pleased to see I was the first person to arrive. Being a Saturday, you know, thought it might be a little bit busier. Maybe we'll later on. Don't know, maybe the heat will put people off. But it's just the morning session, you know. I thought I'd get down here, get a few hours in before the heat gets too much, and I'll be away about 11 o'clock. So it's bang on 5 o'clock now. So I've got a little bleep there. Got about 6 hours to try and catch myself a tench. There you go, 5:30, and we've got one. I actually lost one 1/4 of an hour ago as well. The hook pulled out on that one. It swam out into open water and the hook just fell out. But the recast went within sort of 10 minutes, 1/4 of an hour. Got this really angry male. Probably around about 4. Probably around about 4.5 pounds, something like that. Nice start to the day. Well, it's 6:30 now, so I've only been fishing for just over an hour and a half, and still the 2 chances, one lost fish and one landed fish, both on the right hand rod on wafter. Nothing on the other rod at the moment. Getting a few odd bleeps. But although I've only been fishing for an hour and a half and had 2 chances, I'm surprised I haven't had more chances, to be honest, because the fish are really fizzing out there. They're bubbling like crazy, you know, not just where I'm fishing, but sort of out in the middle. There's been several carp leaping around the pond as well, so the fish are very active this morning. I've had a few little odd bleeps, but you know, I can't help thinking I should have had more action. Now I've only got the wafters and little pop-ups. I haven't got any maggots. I feel if I'd have had a pot of maggots I might have had more action, because those fish are really feeding heavily. You know, there's big patches of bubbles coming up every now and then. There's a huge great big fizz right over my bait sometimes, but I'm not getting the bites. Still, you know, I've only been fishing an hour and a half, so maybe I'm a bit impatient. Still got a few more hours left, so you never know. I might nick another tench. God, I've had fish bubbling and fizzing and rolling over my baits all morning, and I haven't been able to buy a bite. And I was getting a few little twitches on that occasion, and the line was tightening and dropping back, tightening and dropping back. I struck, nothing was there, so I just moulded some more ground bait around the feeder, swung it back out there, plop, it settled down, and whack, went straight away, you know, within a minute. And I've got a lovely tench in the net. Nice tench here in the blazing morning sunshine. I think this one's a 5-pounder. Gave me the right run around, it did, but got it in the end. I've had so much fizzing going on out there that it had to happen, but you know, I've had to wait 2 hours watching fish fizzing like crazy, and finally got one. Happy with this one. Well, it's certainly no monster, but I'm pleased with another tench. I actually was talking to someone just then, and I got a take, hooked the fish, and it comes straight off, and there's a big fizz of bubbles. A bit disappointed with that. Wound in, put the rod down, and whack, the other rod went off, and got a consolation prize. Well, I just had two bites at virtually the same time while talking to Mick there, you know, having a little chat, and all of a sudden whack, off went the left hand rod, struck, it was on, then it came off, bumped it, big fizz of bubbles. Actually, when I inspected the hook, I put a very, very fine wire hook on, and the hook had slightly opened out, and when I tested it, it's ever so springy, so that's the reason why I lost that fish. So I've scrapped that rig, put another hook on, flicked out the first rod again, because both the rods were out of the water, obviously, because I had the second fish. So did a little video of the little fish then. Two rods out of the water, flicked the first rod back out, plop, turned around to the second rod, bang, the first one's away again. You know, I've had like hooked 3 fish in the last 10 minutes. That's a beautiful specimen, that one. Absolute stunner. How about that for a classic beauty then? What a stunning female tench this is. Absolutely beautiful creature. What a morning I'm having. And they're still feeding out there. Nobody else is on the pond, got it all to myself. Always seems to fish better when it's quiet. And I'm catching wonderful tench like this. What could be better? I hope you saw all that. It's a bit, picked up the fish by the snags and it suddenly shot over to the left, thankfully. Bit of a change from the last one. I did lose one a little while ago, it just shot straight under the snags and I lost that one. But I've put a new bait out there and it's gone again, but it shot away from the snags this time and we've landed it, and it looks like it could be the best one of the day. It's a good fish, this one. That's a good fish. That's definitely the best of the day. I knew it was a good fish. I didn't know it was that big. 7.5 this is. Absolutely stunning fish. I looked at it and I thought that's a good 6, you know, and then when I lifted it onto the mat and had a good look at it, I thought that's a 7. My biggest fish out of here so far this year. Stunning fish. Well pleased with this, and what a morning I'm having. They're really feeding. There could be more to come, you know. I've only got literally another hour and a half before I pack up, but if I don't get any more, what a way to go out, eh? What about that for a stunning, stunning tench? Super. Well, here's an old character. I call this one Droopy Tail for obvious reasons. Look at his droopy tail there. I had this one a few times last year, a couple of times last year, but there we go. There's old Droopy Tail, or Floppy Tail, or whatever you choose to call him. A right old character. And I suspect my last fish of the day, because I'm just about to wind in now. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Promised I'll be home by about 11:30, so better get my skates on. Right, it's bang on 11 o'clock now, and as promised, I'm just about to wind in and call it a day. You know, it is a shame because there are still fish fizzing out there, and I feel I could have caught a few more if I'd have stayed on, but you know, I've had enough today. I've had 10 bites today, you know. I mean, just like last year. I've been waiting for the fishing to improve, and it looks like it's finally improved down here. Shame I've got to go away on holiday next week for a week and a half, but I'll be back soon enough. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Cheers.